Hey, what's up everybody? ESAM here bringing you another video, and this one is going to be about the ever-rampant topic of Bayonetta. So, Bayonetta is the best character in the game. It's obvious. She has the best disadvantage of any character, she has ridiculous frame traps and potent offensive options, and obviously the infamous early percent death combos both off the side and off the top. Bayonetta is the only character in the game where you need to understand a somewhat high-level technique in SDI to be able to not get destroyed by even mid-level Bayonettas that practice combos. If you do not know how to SDI, you will lose, assuming the Bayonetta is any level of competent. That is fact. And even if you do know how to do it, you can still get killed for making one mistake or miscalculating your position, or their rage, or losing track of how many specials they have. And even sometimes you just die if you get hit by the wrong combo starter, just anyway, regardless of rage. Oh, and she has witch time. And edge planking, but you know. However, even with all this character is still very beatable. There are a few Bayonettas that do well, but the only one that has consistent results is Salem, and he's a veteran with years of experience that happens to be playing the best character in the game, and even then, he still loses his fair share of sets, although he is probably going to be number 2 on this next PGR. So, in this video, I will be talking about who, in my opinion, are the 4 best characters for fighting Bayonetta. These are not in order, and I will not be saying matchup ratios because those are always variable, and I'm not experienced enough with 3 of these characters, so I cannot honestly say that with absolute fact what the matchup ratios are. 1. Diddy Kong. So Diddy has obviously been a popular choice for this for forever. He has an incredibly potent defense, Bayonetta struggles to approach him with anything meaningful, and Banana Shield can just shut down a lot of those options if Diddy has the lead. His Vortex is incredibly strong against Bayonetta unless she 100% commits to camping on platforms, and even then he still has ways to mitigate that with long-range banana tosses, as well as just generally poking with forward air and back air that can lead to several more. He has consistent damage, is a small enough character so that he can avoid a lot of follows with SDI, and has consistent kill confirms with down tilt up smash and down tilt forward smash, as well as even up throw up air 50-50s, so assuming he hits a banana he can mitigate how much rage Bayonetta gets, and rage Bayonetta is obviously the scariest thing in existence. However, Diddy can struggle when Bayonetta just commits to staying airborne. He doesn't really have that many strong kill aerials, Bear will kill like 130 at the ledge maybe with no rage, which isn't particularly great, and attempting to swat Bayonetta out can lead to witch times, and obviously that can lead to early kills. He can't really answer ledge camping at all when Bayonetta decides to commit to it, as you saw versus Captain Zack and MVD. And it's a big deal because a lot of Diddy's damage normally comes from edge trappings, and he can't really get that much off of it. So just like Bayo, Diddy can have a lot of trouble approaching, especially against someone who doesn't necessarily care to be on the floor, so this matchup is very much so lead dependent, and both can obviously make their comebacks because you can either land 1, your Diddy Vortex if the Diddy Kong is behind, or 2, obviously the low percent Bayo death combos that we've seen Salem get on 0 so many times. For Diddy, all of these problems only exist if you have a lead. This is why the matchup is so volatile. Whoever gets the lead can just win through sheer defensive play, and both are capable of bringing it back. Number 2, Cloud. The Cloud vs Bayonetta matchup has seen a lot of changes throughout history. At the beginning of post-patch, so not including Bayonetta is clearly the best character in the game type stuff, everyone assumed Bayonetta won the matchup because she had her forward air strings that led to offstage easy edgeguards because it's, you know, Cloud offstage and it's also Bayonetta edgeguarding, like Cloud will die. However, the Clouds, mostly Tweak at this point, have gotten significantly better at punishing Bayonetta for being in the air. It's the only character I actively see like when Bayonetta is in the air as opposed to being man. I really wish he would just fight me on the ground. Obviously, he has Giant Sword in the air and up air and back air and neutral air and things like that, which can lead Bayonetta to struggle to land, and obviously if Bayonetta, you know, throws out a witch time, that will be very, very difficult for her if it whiffs, and now suddenly she's going to be doubting if she can throw out witch time, and Cloud can string things up to 50 to 60%. He has ridiculous damage output, can punish nearly everything Bayonetta does very well, and has ridiculous kill potential with both the normals of back air, forward tilt, down smash, things like that, and obviously limit moves. Hell, a bad witch time at 50% can equal a stock because of finishing touch, or landing up air cross slash near the ledge. However, this is one of the only matchups that Cloud has to actually worry in disadvantage. Normally he can drift with Dare and get away somewhat safe. Obviously maybe he can get punished by like a really well-spaced zero suit back air or something like that, but because of the threat of Witch Time and Witch Twist, which both beat down air, he cannot do this, so Cloud will actually get hit a lot in disadvantage. Holding Limit is extremely important in this matchup because when he has the movement speed buff from Limit, the only way for Bayo to catch him in the air is with Afterburner Kick or Side B because she is that slow and Cloud is that fast. Both characters really have to keep track of each other's resources in this matchup because a small misutilization of one can equal a huge combo and deficit that is somewhat difficult to overcome since both are good at walling out the other. This is why you see such a back and forth between the sets between, let's say, Tweek and Salem, because Tweek can be winning and just destroy Salem for an entire set, and then the next set, Salem will just get those few hits and those few edge guards that will lead to just, wow, these players aren't even close to each other in the respective sets that they win. They are both great at turtling, and they are both exploding out the minute they get their one hit. And so this is one of the reasons why it is a volatile set, but also one that Cloud can win. 3. Pikachu. Come on, did you really expect me to not put Pika? You know me better than Pikachu has several things that work for him in this matchup. He is one of the only characters that can actually harass Bayonetta off stage between Thunder Jolt, Thunder, and Down Air, which beats Witch Twist. He has grab combos that render Bats Within useless, either by having true combos, or things such as Falling Fair, which will get Bats Within, but then you can either hit them with the last hit of Falling Forward Air, or just get the grab anyway if you are close enough to the ground. Pikachu can punish Bayonetta's landings when she has Special Lag from nearly everywhere because of Quick Attack, and that's a big deal because now Bayonetta has to worry about things like run up B or trying to catch jumps with side B because Pikachu will punish that. Even then, Bayonetta often likes to go to the ledge to mitigate her special lag, but Pikachu is actually fairly good at ledge trapping because of things like Thunder Jolt, which can coax her to get off the ledge at specific times and make it a bit easier for Quick Attack, or for you to punish with either Neutral Air or Quick Attack if they go through you with Afterburner Kick. The fact that Pikachu can punish Witch Twist on shield with Neutral Air if they dip from below the ledge is a huge deal because they can't get away with that option, and that is obviously a big deal. So if you're really close to the ledge, you can hold shield. If they Witch Twist, you can punish with Nair. If they forward air, you can kind of read the timing and punish with Nair. And then if they try to roll backwards and you're not close enough, you can just Quick Attack out of shield, zip back through them, and then get a decently long combo. Not only that, but Pikachu can run circles around Bayonetta and play an incredibly effective counter poke game if Pikachu ever gets ahead. You saw that versus me versus Captain Zack, and also me versus Salem. He is small, so combos are very difficult on him. SDI can almost always save Pikachu from dying off the top to anything other a down tilt up air or an up tilt up air at higher percents, which is why you see me pretty much never die to Bayonetta combos. Not only that, but you also have a kill confirm with up throw Thunder, so you don't even have to put yourself at risk for witch times if you want to kill Bayonetta. You can just get your grab and get your kill, and that is a huge deal. However, the biggest detriment to Pikachu's gameplay in this matchup is Pikachu doesn't really have any kill aerials. If Bayonetta is winning and resigns to just camping platforms, even if you're going to punish Bayonetta, you cannot really kill her because the earliest kill aerial from, let's say, a Battlefield platform, or let's even say a Smashville platform for mid-stage, is going to be a down air at 165, maybe. So Pikachu can sometimes struggle to get the kill if Bayonetta just decides to platform camp. However, this is mitigated by pratfall setups such as landing forward air jab off the platform into jab lock, or Thunder Jolt if you're a little bit farther away, because they work on every stage because Bayonetta is a fast faller. So that's a pretty big deal, and also you can just punish Bayonetta over and over again and eventually hit her off stage and then lead to the edge trapping, as I mentioned earlier, which can allow you to get some kills a bit earlier, or at least maybe bring back a deficit and force her to play the ground game. And obviously I've actually started camping, and so the more I have been camping and just not really engaging when I don't have to, the more I feel like Bayonetta struggles to approach very heavily in this matchup, whereas Pikachu does not. And so it's looking more and more in Pikachu's favor, to be honest, in my opinion. As long as Pikachu avoids the edge combos at low percent with fair strings like, you know, the down tilt, fair 1, up B, fair 1, 2, 3 type of thing, you're going to be fine and you're not going to be dying until, and assuming you avoid witch time as well, you're not going to be dying before 120 from down tilt up air or just a back air near the ledge. And that is a huge deal because Pikachu can get kills, especially with Rage, as early as, 75 with fair down tilt or fair up smash at, 90. So that's a big deal. Number 4, Sheik. Sheik is a character that Bayonettas, besides Salem, always fear in tournaments. She controls a large portion of the stage because of needles, can punish landings, obviously because of said needles and because of just her quick speed and frame data. She has lengthy combos, she has needles to 2-frame and edge trap, and can generally play neutral incredibly well because of her incredible frame data against Bayonetta. It is very difficult for Bayonetta to hit Sheik, and when she does, sometimes Sheik SDI down will allow her to get out of combos fairly easily because she is a fast faller. However, one of the biggest things about this matchup, which is why in my opinion it is not in Bayonetta's favor, is because the lol Sheik can't kill type of thing, in quotes, haha XD, doesn't exist because Sheik has a 50-50 on Bayonetta with up throw up air starting at percents as early as 120. This mitigates a huge rage factor that Bayonetta can often get against characters without throw combos or strong killing aerials, of which Sheik has neither. However, the 50-50 is really helpful with this. Sheik is a monster at racking up damage, playing evasive, getting her combos, keeping her percent lead, and then playing generally safe. So being able to kill makes her very reminiscent of pre-patch when she was, you know, the uncontested best character in the game. So that is a big deal. However, if Sheik guesses wrong on a few 50-50s in a row, it will allow Bayonetta to stay above 100%, and the combos that Bayonetta can get on her are absolutely devastating. Sheik, being as light as she is, makes it really scary for her to get hit by any number of combo starters, whether it be Witch Time, obviously is the most threatening, up tilt, down tilt, a random witch twist in the air. Those can all lead to death as early as 15 to 20% if Bayonetta has enough rage just because of how light Sheik is. Obviously, they have to read the SDI correctly, but the Bayonettas are getting very good at that. This matchup is equally as volatile as Cloud because of this nature, so a Sheik player, you can never think you have the lead ever. It doesn't matter how much you are winning by, Bayonetta can always bring it back. And similar, Bayonetta never has a lead in this matchup because Sheik can just play the neutral correctly, just outplay your opponent in neutral, get those hits, and then get either a needle bouncing fish, a landing neutral air, or back air bouncing fish, or the up throw up air 50-50 and get her kills and continue to harass with needles. You know, obviously Salem has a huge amount of success in this matchup, but at some point you have to realize, man, okay, Salem's the second best player in the world, and the best Sheik is at this point, what, 8th or 9th when it comes to Void. So it's not necessarily an even playing field, and even then, the Sheiks do have a huge amount of success against Bayonettas that are not Salem. So in my opinion, this is still a very doable matchup in my opinion. So yeah, those are going to be the 4 matchups that I think are best, but here are also 2 matchups that I think aren't quite even, but can still have a large amount of success, and we have seen that in tournament play, which are going to be Marth and Corrin. Ryuga, Cosmos, and even Leo have used Corrin to a decent level of efficiency against Bayonetta. Corrin has a lot of combos and frame traps that lead to a lot of percent against Bayonetta between forward airs, neutral airs, and up airs. Not only that, but she has one of the strongest versatile punishes against Bayonetta's landing lag in the game with her neutral B, the Dragon Fang shot, which can lead to Bayonetta dying as early as 65% at the ledge, 80% from mid-stage. That is a huge deal. Bayonetta obviously getting rage is very important to her, and so mitigating that is extremely important. She can also punish Bayonetta with Pin, which is going to be a 14 to 17% punish. I don't remember the percentage of that. You have F Smash if you don't have time to run up and get the Dragon Fang shot, which is obviously incredibly strong. And you have strong arrows, which make it very uncomfortable for Bayonetta to camp the platforms, and so you can get either combos at mid percents or just, oh, Bayonetta's at 110 and she has lag on this platform, time to just kill her with up air because you can space it to potentially get a cross up. It makes it very uncomfortable for Bayonetta to really do anything she wants. However, the reason I think Corrin loses this matchup is because her disadvantage is really not good enough. Corrin relies on landing aerials to land safely, and Bayonetta obviously has Witch Time. Not only that, but if Corrin is sent off stage, it is incredibly easy to edgeguard between Witch Time and Witch Twist, both beating out Corrin's up B. Rinse and repeat edgeguards are very strong against Corrin, which is ultimately why I think the matchup is in Bayonetta's favor, because if Bayonetta gets control, she often does not give it back for at least half of a stock and potentially even a whole stock. In Marth's case, Marth has an incredibly potent neutral, but doesn't often have the big punishes for more than 20 to 25%. He can control center and potentially get some early kills with, you know, tipper forward smash or shield break, but those aren't going to be very often. But if he doesn't, he's typically going to have to win 6 to 7 neutral exchanges to get Bayonetta to death percent, and that's scary because typically you want to get as much damage on a Bayonetta as possible in every neutral interaction because she is obviously so scary if she gets her one opening. It's not the amount of time you want to give Bayo. Marth has a hard time edge trapping Bayonetta, which is a huge part of his game normally, and so Bayonetta can get away, as I mentioned, from being in disadvantage very easily without dying, and so it's very difficult sometimes for Marth to push his advantage. Bayo can also somewhat harass Marth off stage with falling Nair that can trade with up B. Obviously she has Witch Time, can go really far out there, which makes Marth uncomfortable to even just recover a little bit, and Marth has a hard time landing because of both Witch Time, heel slides, and just general frame traps with up air down tilt, fair down tilt, just things like that, so you know air dodges will get punished anyway. Leo, being the god he is in neutral, doesn't lose neutral very often, as you saw saw him beat Salem twice at 2GTC this past weekend, so the advantage in neutral can sometimes just be enough if you just outplay your opponent really heavily, which Leo often does, and hard reads can lead to hard punishes, as you saw with that down air read. And yeah, that is going to be about it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed. Those are the 4 best characters against Bayonetta, as well as the 2 honorable mentions. As always, social media and Panda and partner stuff is down below. I will be doing 2 set analyses from 2GTC, being T versus Ken and Naro versus Abadongo, but let me know if you have any other ones that you want me to do, and yeah, we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.